You had the elephant issue, correct? And I know what the elephant issue is, correct? I remember I helped a lady called, I'm sorry she's here tonight, the one that called me about the elephant issue here. Where's your hand? She was here a minute ago, I know. She left, okay. Whatever. She called me about the elephant issue here. What should they do? You heard what happened in Los Angeles, right? They had about a $42 million elephant habitat being built. They built half of it, and then the animal rights folks. By the way, I'm not a very serious person if you watch me on Letterman and all the shows I do. But I am going to get serious here for a second, if you don't mind. Because I'm very much at my age, you know, I used to know how to work with animal rights folks, but now I'm up to here with it. They want to shut the zoos down. They want to shut a lot of things down that you wouldn't believe, and I won't say things because the kids are in here tonight. But it is a serious issue, everybody. And I praise you for keeping your elephants. I took a lot of guts by your city people, by your zoo, by your association, by your zoo director. I mean, a lot of threats were made in other zoos. I don't know about here or not, but I know in LA, you wouldn't believe what happened with some of these folks who were real big animal folks, and all of a sudden they're animal rights people, because anymore, as far as their celebrityism, if you want to call it that, in TV has been gone for years. So they jump on the bandwagon of animal rights folks, so they get PR all over the country and say that zoos shouldn't have elephants. I'm going to show you a video in a minute about a lady who rehabs elephants in Africa. It's only about a 4-minute video. It's a beautiful video about a baby elephants raised, the mother killed by poachers. But again, it's one of those things that the elephant is an icon species. It's a species that these young people, you know, they recognize the elephant. If we can't save the elephant, we can't really save much of anything. The elephant being the largest land mammal in the world, in 1978, when I went to Columbus, there were roughly about 1.4 million African elephants in 1978. Today there are less than 400,000. That's the largest land mammal in the world. It's not just loss of habitat, it's mainly poaching, that type of thing. Some of it was natural and it had to happen because of population explosion in Africa and all over the world. So you can see what's happened to that magnificent creature. I think, are yours African here? Right, both. And Asian.
One of each.
Well, the Asian elephant population in 1978 was about 375,000. Today it's less than 35,000 of Asian elephants. There are no Asian elephants left in the wild, basically. Someone may tell you there are. They're all working animals, the Asian elephant in Asia, in different parts of Asia where you find the Asian elephant. So you can see what's happened to these magnificent creatures. And so the zoological parks have to have these animals as an icon species to explain to the world, and these young people as well as yourselves, I don't know how old most of us are in this room, but how we have to love that animal. Because we can't love the elephant and save it, then we're having a difficult time saving just about everything. And so you're one of the few zoos in the country now. They're going to be able to, what is it going to be, 50 or 60, I'm not quite sure. They'll be able to have the African elephant here and the Asian elephant here and magnificent habitat. So I want to thank those of you that have donated. I don't know how much you've received so far or what you need to have, but please, whatever you do, for the kids' sake and for your sake, don't let this animal leave this zoo. Stand up to the animal rights folks. You're part of it's easy for them to say, well, we got to take him to a sanctuary. Well, what's that sanctuary? You know, I've often heard the animal rights people say to me, all these animals should be left in the wild. Well, the United States State Person, Larry King, we're debating this. Well, what is the wild? Do you know what the wild is? Now, these are folks that work in the animal rights place. A lot of these people, they got tons of people. PETA got, I don't know how many, several hundreds of thousands of members. They got about $79 million in the bank. And they spent last year about $1.5 million on animals. The rest was spent on PR. So I can tell you some of the things they've done to me personally, but again, there's young people here that I wouldn't even repeat what they've done, because it blows your mind. But we can't let, again, this go on. Now, with that said, this video I'm going to show you is about a lady named Daphne Sheldrick that lives in East Africa, and she's dedicated her life to rehabilitating baby elephants that the mothers have been poached. Now, an elephant, if you know anything about an elephant, they're a very social creature, one of probably the most social creatures in the world. I'm asked, again, by reporters, what's my favorite animal? I love all animals, but I'm fascinated by elephants because of their social structure. If a mother elephant's poached, the baby can go to an auntie or this nurse, they'll nurse that baby elephant. That's not very common in the animal world. But if all of a sudden no one's nursing, then that elephant baby will die within a day, 24 hours, easily. What you're going to see here, this elephant orphanage is outside of Nairobi. And if you know anything about Nairobi, it's high altitude, 5,000 to 6,000 feet. It's very cold at night if you've been to Africa before. So the baby elephants stay under the mother at nighttime. That body heat keeps them warm. So what you're going to see here, my wife, Susie, by the way, my wife Susie's here. I have to stand up, Susie. She never did get to go to many places, but we're on a 2-week tour here right now. Now, she can tell you some stories. You'll hear some stories. But we show up here at 4:30 in the morning. Now, these men that you're going to see take care of these elephants, these Kenyans, are gentlemen that dedicate their lives to 2-year period. For 2 years, these folks are with that elephant 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't take any days off in 2 years, unless they go to church on Sunday. And that's what they want. They don't want to be away, because a mother elephant never leaves her baby. So what you're going to see here in a second is, well, we got it, I don't know, it's showing here what we're doing here right now. So what we're going to do here is show you this video where we show them at 4:30 in the morning when their day starts, and it ends at dark when they go to bed and sleep with the elephant. So we'll go ahead and we'll roll this.